In 1938, the civil war in Spain has been going for 2 years. As the Nazis show their support for the nationalists, the Republicans are starting to lose. In a small village in the countryside, the locals are celebrating a wedding ceremony, only to be interrupted by a convoy of cars led by a Nazi major. The family offers him a drink so strong that it burns his throat and makes him choke a little, which makes the locals laugh. Offended, the major immediately orders his officers to open fire to kill every person in the party. Then the soldiers put on gas masks and throw canisters of a strange blue-colored powder that spreads through the town. Meanwhile, Captain Jan is about to be executed by a shooting squad for headbutting a judge, but he's saved just in time by his high-ranking uncle General Lozano. Afterward in his office, Lozano explains that to get back on the army's good side, Jan must deliver a letter to a place named Alarcos. Since it's located on the other side of enemy territory, it's an extremely dangerous task. That's why it was given as an alternative to the death penalty. Jan has no choice but to accept the mission, and since he can't drive, a boy named De Cruz will be his driver. He's also being punished because he fled during a battle and is now seen as a coward. On their way out, Jan sees a soldier friend that recently lost his hand, so he shares a cigarette with him before he's taken into a German train with a weird symbol led by the Nazi major. After a few hours of driving, Jan and De Cruz find the road blocked by German soldiers. The leader doesn't want to let them pass, but Jan threatens him with his gun until he lets them go. As they drive away, Jan notices that the Germans are putting fences around the area. Moments later, they hear planes flying above them and Jan uses a mirror to watch their fight. A plane ends up crashing nearby, but the pilot jumps out with his parachute just in time, so Jan makes De Cruz stop to go help the pilot because he's on their side. The duo starts crossing the forest, and after finding some plane parts with the same symbol from the Nazi train, they finally find the pilot hanging on a tree. The guy has died from the fall and both his legs are missing. Suddenly they're surrounded by a group of soldiers from the opposite side led by the sergeant, who immediately takes Jan's and De Cruz's weapons. Jan pretends he has intel to make the sergeant come closer and headbutts him, but Priestkiller kicks him and threatens him with her blade. Sergeant